Because so many people just are like, okay, I can see how it can happen for her. She a lawyer. She did this. She said negative, y'all. So some of you all, because I read your files, have gotten 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 7,500. Some of you are starting from a place ahead of where some of us had started from. And you're still questioning. But one thing she said, I didn't even know it was possible. You can't play at a higher level when you don't even know a higher level exists. And if you're not careful, if you're not putting yourself in environments where we're always talking about the next level, celebrate where you're at, but where you going? Celebrate where you're at, but where you're going. If you're not in those environments and you're around people who aren't pushing themselves, who aren't investing in themselves, and they're doing what my husband always talks about, they gassing you. Girl, you doing a good job. Girl, they like $1,000 for a speech. You only about to get up there and talk? What you gonna say? I'll say it. You know what I mean? Like that's, cause y'all know, y'all got them family members like, so you went where? Like I have family that's like, I'm coming to your conference. How much is it? I was like, $2,500. They were like, dollars? That's how family be though, don't it? So you have to be careful that you don't allow comfort to diminish what is possible for you in your life. I just had to say that because I really dollars. Wondering what option did he go with?
He went with the largest option, which is I was shocked with. Like this man, at one point he paused. He's like, "Now wait a minute, what was the other option again?" And he looked at it. He said, "I want that one." And I was like, well, "Seriously? Are you kidding me?" So yeah, he wanted the biggest option of all, and I was just shocked.
I love it. So when you said you presented it in person, did you present it verbally or did you write it out?
Well, I did have it written out so he could look at it, but then as he was looking at it, I was kind of explaining to him. And I actually also had on hand, because I had so many of these reels already, these TikToks. I just pulled out my phone and just started showing him some of these reels, and he was looking at it. I was just telling him how, like, we know the type of children we're serving. We're serving a lot of underserved children out here. And I said, you already know that they get on these platforms often. They love to get on these platforms. They probably spend hours on this platform. As a matter of fact, I think I saw his older son on TikTok that day or maybe the next Sunday. So it was very much evident that these kids use it all the time. I said, imagine if you married the two, education, studying with TikTok, what that can do. And he was just looking at those reels, and this man almost started tearing up on me in that moment because he was imagining all that could happen for our children.
Oh my goodness. You're really a genius marketer. You're being shy about this, Jessica, because so many elements, if you piece this out, so you also were able to show him in real time why what you're doing is so critically important. And Rashad spoke earlier about how he's a poet, and similar to you, he does something really unique. And it's sometimes hard for clients to see what they're getting because what he does is in a lane of its own. And I see you as being in a lane of your own with this. I don't hear any of you hear about educators merging TikTok and taking it into organizations in a scalable way. Like, I've never heard of that. Like, Jessica's the first person that I've heard using it in that way. But showing the client what you can do, giving them a little teaser, showing them like why it's so relevant, and then knowing enough about them to know what moves them is just brilliant.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So that is incredible. And I hope all of you can take something from this as well, just like how she was able to move them through a particular experience. Now, let's talk about when he was like, I want the 60K option. First off, when you verbally said the rates, what emotions were you working through to even say those rates? And was it the same when you actually were writing them out?
Yes, I was pretty much nervous. Actually, I was nervous both times when I was writing them out. And I remember just going back and forth about that 60K rate, because I was telling myself, this seems like too much. I think even the 20K rate, I think I was playing around with 10K. How do I do 10K? That seems reasonable to me. And I kept like having this war in my mind. And even with the 60K rate, I was like, maybe it's like 30, 35, 40. And I was like, go for 60, girl. Just see what happens. Just see what happens. But I was nervous the whole time. And you could tell I just had that battle and that war going on. And then the day of church, I just remember the end of church was getting ready to come. And I was so nervous. The anticipation was building. The nervousness was building. And I met with him after the fact. And as I was talking with him, talking it out with him, you know, I was feeling that nervousness the whole time. But I'm like, girl, you got to do it. You got to go with it. You don't know what's going to happen. So, yes, I felt that nervousness, but I stuck, you know, to my guns. And I just went through it, and I was blown away by the end when he just listened and looked again and just made his choice.
I love it. And so when he accepted, what was the emotion then? Were you, because I mean, like some people don't have poker faces. Are you like, wait, what'd you say?
Right. Yes, it was. And I'm certain my eyes wide. I know we can't see ourselves when we react to stuff, but I'm certain my eyes wide. And they're like, oh, and I was like, oh, great. You know, I think I tried to play it off like, you know, like, oh, okay, we can do that then, you know.
No, I love that. I love that.
Hi, everybody. I'm Savannah, Barros, the protector of athletes, and it is my pleasure to be here under the tutelage of Ashley Kirkwood. I have learned to increase my confidence and to step back and away from the things that have held me back and speak your way to cash. And so this has not been my first experience with Ashley. This is actually my third experience and investment. And so if you are a person who has been allowing fear to trump your dreams, or allowing the lack of confidence to get you to the place where you desire to be, I highly advise that you come here to speak your way to cash. What I've expected to get out of Speak Your Way to Cash was a formula for how I can pitch my own unique expertise to athletic organizations and other type of corporations like law firms. What I didn't know was that I was going to leave with so much more. And so I did walk away with that knowledge, that particular training, but I also walked away with a greater understanding of my own self-worth. My pre-event experience with Speak Your Way to Cash is always top notch. Always. If you are an individual who's willing to be stretched and pushed to reach the results that you desire, then you should be here at Speak Your Way to Cash. If you are an individual who has been stuck around your expertise and how to leverage it, you should come to Speak Your Way to Cash.
Okay, cool. So you're in negotiations over 100,000, but you did over $50,000 in contracts that were landed and closed.
Yes, I did over 6 figures in contracts during our time.
Yes, I love that. Look, y'all, give her congratulations. Give her congratulations. I mean, I think that too, it's so funny because I remember there were some people that came into the program and they'd be like, okay, my rate is $5,000. And then towards it, you remember the posts because in the program, it'd be like, 5,000. Then towards the end of the program, they'd be like, y'all, they offer me 10K. Like I'm so little. I'd be like, it's like they playing with me. I don't know why.
Playing. Exactly. I remember when I told you during the conference that the school had offered me $800 and you were like, you really need to fix that. Like that's just fix it. I was like, okay.
No, because they have money. And the thing is, here's the truth. Like when we make money, when women like who look like us go into these organizations and demand more, it changes the perception for.
My name is Stephanie Lawrence, and I am a business credit expert. And what I learned at Speak Your Way to Cash is to get rid of the negative limiting beliefs that's been holding me back from actually entering the speaking world. I know that I'm qualified. I know that I'm worthy. But today in this workshop, I actually learned that I don't need to be afraid and that I can just step into my worthiness and really take my business to the next level as a speaker to add that as an additional revenue to my business. What I expected to learn at Speak Your Way to Cash is to actually meet like-minded individuals who I could network with and actually build camaraderie with. Not only did I expect that, but I also expected to get strategies on how I could bring my expertise into the speaking world, and I was able to learn that as well. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be here
and actually networking with the individuals that I connected with. My pre-event experience with Speaker Way to Cash was very different from any other conference I've been to. Receiving the swag box was really cool. It was good to see that she invested into her business, and it actually inspired me so that when I do future speaking engagements and events, I want to infuse the same type of marketing into my event as well. So it was really awesome to see the equipment that we got prior to the conference, and it really, really excited me to even come even more. So I couldn't wait for the day to come because of the pre-event stuff that we got. I was really excited to be here, and it was different, and that's what it's all about. It's about being unique, and that was something that really caught my eye. If you are a business owner in any industry, I highly, highly recommend that you attend Speak Your Way to Cash. What I got from it is that you can add an additional stream of revenue and income into your business just as a speaker. You don't have to just be a speaker, but it can be additional revenue to your business. So if you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, and you're looking to diversify your income, I highly recommend you attend Speak Your Way to Cash.